Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. And speaking of that, reminds me that we are going to have Wellness Week, and I believe it's next week. So be looking for information on that. I hear they've got some fun things organized, prizes to be won. So make sure you're part of that. It's important to be well in order to be able to study, in order to be able to work, in order to be able to look after our children, all those things that we have going on. So uh, we should be, doing things all the time, but maybe it's a time to kickstart something that will work for you and give you a little bit of time away from studying and working and all the extracurriculars that you have to do. So, in marketing research, I'm looking forward to marking your research proposals. And I put an announcement out there Friday. So, I hopefully you just uploaded, if you're in partners, just uploaded one assignment, 'cause then I can just put the notes into both of your partners. As long as you have the names on them, that will help. So now we are going into Unit 2, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. First, I want to talk about the discussions in Unit 1. Great posts on what is market research. And I think that if nothing else, we learned that market research can be done on, no matter how big or small a company is. We can do research through many ways. Restaurants do it with the little cards that you fill out on their customer service. We can do Little companies can do surveys. They can even have a contest to collect emails and then do an email survey or an email type of thing. So research can be done on many, many, many levels. So it's important to realize that. And of course, we're doing it on, a level that we can deal with in this semester, and it's enough. So our other discussions. Where are we? What will be the biggest challenge? It just depends on how you look at it. It depends on everybody, every individual, because maybe some people will find it hard to know who to interview. Maybe some people will find that they don't have very many people to survey. And those pieces are important because they make up your research project. And if you don't have enough of those to work with, then it's going to be really hard to get results. So we'll talk about that later, and I can help you out some as well. So we'll worry about that later. But just to give you an idea that it's different for every person. In the last piece, yes, it's not so that it's so much harder to put it together. It's more time consuming. So the fifth piece is important, obviously, because that's your report and that's the final. It's just more time because you've got all the answers. You just have to put them in a proper report and done properly. So we'll talk about that later. So in Unit 2, as I mentioned, we're talking secondary research. So we have primary research, secondary research. So we're going to talk about secondary research first. You're going to do the discussions on StatsCan, CensusCan, whatever's in there. Those will be key pieces for you in your research project for the secondary research. So read chapters 3 and 5, complete the discussions, and then assignment 2. Read that assignment carefully a couple times. Look at the rubric, and then start your assignment. Don't get hung up on those 1,500 words. I don't even know why I put those in there, because people will say, oh, what if I don't have 1,500 words? If you've answered the questions and done your best in it, I don't care about 1,500 words. I care that you've done the assignment properly. Some may have 2,000 words. That's okay too. Don't get too crazy though. We don't want it too long. And that's due February the 9th. So sounds like you have time. Again, it's hard to believe we're steaming through January very quickly. So that is the next piece. Again, I'm really excited, looking forward to see what your projects are going to be about, and then we'll talk about those and get going on part 2. So have a great week. Reach out to me if I can help in any way.